Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Marhaban. Hal antum jahizun? Falnabda. Let us continue. I think every one of you ready now. Today I'm going to have a demo class on how to solve adjustment question and using 10 column worksheet. Yeah, using 10 column worksheet. So this is material is available on your Moodles. There are 3 files there. The first one is my presentation. The second one is the file in Microsoft Word, the question, and also you are given the Excel format, so easy for you to do the questions. Okay, so in this question you are given 10 adjustment, 7 adjustment, and you're going to analyze one by one the adjustment, and then we're going to prepare your adjusted trial balance using worksheets. So let us go to this is the worksheet given to you. It's very straightforward. Yeah. In this worksheet, yeah, you have a debit and credit. You have a debit and credit. Yeah. You'll see that you have cash. You have cash, 10,000, account receivable. This is asset, supplies, prepaid insurance, office equipment. So this is all assets. This is all assets. Building is also asset. Accumulated depreciation for furniture. This is the contra asset account. So this account belong to office furniture. So if you compare between this office furniture and accumulated depreciation, you know the value, the net book value is 19,000. But since we use these two accounts, so it helps you to determine what is the original cost for the furniture, that is 25,000. And then we also have another accounts here, accumulated depreciation for building 30,000. So this is your building. So this is the contra account for building. So you're going to minus this later on 30,000. Okay. So all these are assets. All these are asset accounts. Assets. And then you have account payable, loan payable, and unearned revenue. What is account payable? Account payable normally is amount that you need to pay to your supplier who send the good or provide services on credit. Mean you haven't paid them, so this is all your liability. This is all your liability. Loan payable is a loan made by you, maybe from banks, where you have to pay a sum of money at a later date, while unearned revenue is your revenue. You have received the money in advance, but you did not provide the service yet. So this is also fall under revenue. Once you have performed the service, send the good to your customer, then you can recognize slowly portion of it as your revenue. So we have capital and drawing. This is your equity accounts. Your capital is on the credit side, whereas your drawing on the debit side. So drawing is a contra account for capital. A contra account for capital. And then we have revenue. So this is our income or revenue. And the rest here is your expense. The rest here is your expense. So you are given this trial balance. I call this as unadjusted. Unadjusted. We haven't made any adjustment yet. So in the questions, normally you will be given few adjustment. For example, in this question, you are required to prepare 10 column worksheet for XYZ Limited after adjusting the year-end journal entries. So you have here 7 adjustment. Yeah, supplies, prepaid insurance, depreciation for furniture, for unpaid salary, interest expense, unearned revenue. So you have this 7 adjustment. So you need to make this adjustment and then produce the adjusted trial balance. You are going to prepare the adjusted trial balance. adjusted trial balance. And then from here, you are going to prepare your financial statement. Financial statement. So let us take this adjustment one by one. It's not so difficult. Let us go for number one, supplies. If you still remember supplies, we have supplies. So we are going to do this. Yeah, you're going to do this. For example, supplies, we have 3,000. We have 3,000 supplies. Okay. And there's adjustment for supplies. Okay. Supply was 2,000 has been used during the month. I repeat, supply was 2,000 has been used during the month. What does it mean? Though you have your supply 3,000, though you have your supply 3,000, this is assets. This is assets. This is assets. Okay. Supply was 2,000 has been used during the month. So this is asset. I just make a count here. This is supplies and I call it as asset. You don't have to make the A, but I'm going to put here the amount here is 3,000. How do I know it's debit? Because supply fall under asset. Okay, please look at this formula. Asset 3,000, and it is the same as your trial balance. If you look your trial balance, you will notice that your debit side, there's one item known as supply. That is why I put it as debit 3,000. Debit 3,000. Okay, so there's a question. Why should I not credit the item? Because we use the asset. Yes, correct. So if you report in your balance sheet, you have a supplies of 3,000, that is wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong. Why? Because from the 3,000, we use 2,000. So the balance should be 1,000. So I'm going to reduce. This is asset. To reduce, I'm going to credit. I'm going to credit here 2,000. I'm going to credit 2,000. And then this will fall under from the assets. Now it become supplies expense. Supplies expense. Are you okay? Supplies expense. So the expenses increase. This is your expenses. The expenses increase by 2,000. Increase by 2,000. Okay. Your expenses increase by 2,000. Your supply asset reduced by 2,000. That is a question. Maybe some of you might get confused. Why we minus 2,000, not 1,000? Because the question clearly states that supply was 2,000 has been used. Has been used means you already used that. So that's why I reduce my supply by 2,000. So the balance here will be, where's my balance CD here? My balance will be 1,000. This is my new balance for supply assets. So in terms of journal entry, what should I do? The journal entry will be supplies, expense, debit, 2,000, okay, and supplies, that is the assets, I'm going to credit by 2,000. Okay. If the question says that the supplies left in your stock in your office is only 2,000, it means you use 1,000. But in this question, it clearly states that the supply use, you mean you have used the supply, expend, incurred, the amount is 2,000. The amount is 2,000. So that's why your balance of supply is 1,000. Yeah, I can see many students got confused. Many students got confused why they put 2,000, because we already used the supply. So this is our expense now. So this is our expense. I'm going to write here supplies expense. Okay, you can put the date here. I put here supplies. So at the end of the month, you have a balance of supply expense, balance CD of 2000. Yeah, your supplies balance is 1000. If we use this in our trial balance later on, okay, let me turn on my Microsoft Word for Microsoft Excel for a while, yeah. This is your trial balance. This is your trial balance. So how we're going to, this is our worksheet. So how we going to do this? Okay, the supply here is 3000. I'm going to reduce this by 2000. This is debit. To reduce, so I'm going to debit credit here 2000. 2000. Okay, 3000 debit. So to reduce, I credit 2000. So the new balance will be 1000. How do I get 1000? Debit and credit will be plus and minus 1000. So this is your new supply accounts. Whereas we create another item here, we call it as supplies. Before this, we don't have any balance, it's zero. Now is 2000. So 2000, okay, 2000. So the new balance will be 2000. Okay, so our supply expense now is 2000. Our supply expense is 2000. Our supply is 1000. Okay, because the question clearly state that from 3000 you already used 2000. So that left you with 1000 supply. The 2000 that you have used is your expense, that is your supply expense. So this is the solution for adjustment where so from the first adjustment, we are going to have two effects. Number one, our supplies balance reduced from 3000 to 1000. Okay, that will go to our balance sheet under asset category. The second one is our supply expense. That will go under our income statement. So our supplies reduce from 3000 to 1000. Our supply before this is zero supply expense. Now it increased to 2000. So this is for the first adjustment. It was given in the question as 3000. It was given in the question as 3000. Originally, yes. It was given in the question as 3000, but this is not the correct figure. We need to reduce 2000 because we already used 2000. So that's why I'm going to put here 2000. So the balance will be 1000 here. 1000. Okay, this is the adjusted trial balance. Will be used to generate your income statement later on. And your supply expense before this is zero. So when you use 2000, your expenses will increase by 2000. So your new balance will be 2000 here. This will be your expense under income statement. Okay, this will be your expense under your income statement. So we use this column here, these two column, debit and credit, under adjustment to adjust to correct our trial balance figures. Okay. So that is for the first one. For the second one, 6,600 of prepaid insurance should be recorded as expense. Your boss told you that the 6,600 of prepaid insurance should be recognized as expense. This prepaid insurance is your assets. This is your asset. and it should be recorded as expense under insurance expense. Insurance expense. Okay, let us go to the trial balance again and see our prepaid insurance. How much is our prepaid insurance? Our prepaid insurance is 9,000. Our prepaid insurance is 9,000. Okay. How much is our insurance expense? Zero. Okay. So we have accounts here. This is our prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. The balance is 9,000. And you have another account, insurance expense. Okay. The balance is zero. The question asks you to make adjustment where you need to record 6,600 of the prepaid insurance as expense. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? We need to credit. We need to reduce our prepaid insurance. So yes, correct, Angie. We're going to credit 6,600 here. So the balance will be, if we do this, we're going to put as insurance expense. So our expenses will increase by 6,600. I'm going to put here prepaid insurance. Maybe this is for 1 year. Okay, this is for 1 year. Can anyone help me with the balance? Yeah, 2,400. Very good. Thank you, Sidesh. Thank you, Laiba. Okay, so the balance will be, let me total 9,000. 9,000 unit 2,400. And then your balance for insurance here will be 2,000, not 2,400, 6,600. Thank you, Era. Okay, so what is the journal entry? The journal entry will be insurance expense debit by 6,600 and prepaid insurance credit, yes, correct, credit 6,600. Okay, debit insurance expense 6,600, credit prepaid insurance 6,600. Okay. Okay, so here in your prepaid insurance, I'm going to credit 6,600. Okay, so my new balance will be 2,400. My new balance is 2,400. Yes, because this is debit, this is debit, this is credit. So it minus. Debit and credit, you're going to minus. So 9,000 minus 6,600. So that's why you got 2,400. If two debit and debit will be plus. Credit and credit will be plus. Yeah. But if this opposite, for example, debit and credit or credit and debit, you need to minus. And then you have a new item here, insurance expense. This is debit. So this is credit. So this will be debit 6,600. Okay. 0 plus 6,600. So it's going to be 6,600. Okay. 6,600. This is debit. So it's going to go to the debit side. Going to go to debit side. Okay. Okay, can we check again? 3,000 debit. This one 2,000 credit. That's why we get 1,000. Same goes to the second one. 9,000 debit. 9,000 debit. So this is credit. That's why we have 2,400. So that is adjustment for supplies and prepaid insurance.